Here at Lens Crackers, we can crack your fine, high-quality eyewear in less than an hour. Our trained technicians use only the best equipment to crack your fine quality eyewear. So remember, Lens Crackers, we can crack them in less than an hour.
Schmelnick and Schmelnick. Injured? Been in an accident?
Know someone who's been in an accident?
Know someone who knows someone who's been in an accident?
Look like you've been in an accident?
Or want to just be in an accident? We can help you. At Schmelnick and Schmelnick, we've changed people's lives. We've turned common hypochondriacs into millionaires. Here are some of our testimonials.
It started as just a scratch, but thanks to Schmelnick and Schmelnick, now I'm a millionaire.
Okay, listen. Dr. John Doe, and I've personally checked into each and every one of these cases, inside and out. I give all of the expert medical testimony for Schmelnick and Schmelnick, and they've even handled a few of my own personal cases.
Ready? Schmelnick and Schmelnick! Well, what did you think of our fine, well-paid actors? Performances like this can be rehearsed for any courtroom in America. This can be your golden opportunity to sue your fellow man and make a pretty penny at the same time. Okay? Because at Schmelnick and Schmelnick, we can help you. You, yeah, we can help them. Call 1-900-SUE-YOU before our address changes or the Vice Squad catches up with us.
You took my line.
I took your line.
You slime? Just like that client we had. You took him right away from me.
Hey, I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Hey, you know, Hoffa.
Welcome back to Truth Quest. My name is Aaron Moriarity. I will be your host, and we're going on a quest for truth together. Yes, Schmelnick and Schmelnick, that's the law firm you want to contact. Or maybe not. They might not exist. I'm not quite sure. They've been my longtime sponsor, but haven't really seen them anywhere. So who knows? Free advertising for someone who starts a company called Schmelnick and Schmelnick. There you go. Well, there you have it. And welcome back. Now, it's Friday night and everything's right for the weekend. Do. Crazy clothes and anything goes on the weekend. Do. Oh, yeah, here we are. It's Friday night again. Can you believe it? January 16th. Wow. Boy, this month is flying right by. And I'm feeling like a little teeny bit better. I really haven't had a meal in days. So hopefully this is my first cup of coffee in about 2 days. So I hope maybe the coffee maybe that's the vitamin C I need, right? Oh, speaking of good health, I just found out they did a study on dry skin. And believe it or not, they found the number one cause of dry skin. Now, you might want to take notes. The number one cause of dry skin, what is it? Towels. That's it. I mean, there you go. All righty, Aphrodite. Well, let's go on over to Chatlandia. See who's over there chatting all over the place. You can see him right here. I got the button is there again. It was gone one time, and then I don't know. It's not there anymore. Oops. Oh, okay. That's not it. Okay. Hold on there, fellers. I'm trying to figure something out here. Things just didn't go quite right in the setup. I think I have to stretch this out momentarily. You know, I really don't like this trackpad. I would rather have, what do you call it? I'd rather have a mouse, right? I would rather have a mouse, but that's that. Well, let's go over to Chatlandia. Can we do that? I think we can do that. Alrighty, Aphrodite. Chatlandia. Well, let's see who's here. Wow, we got a whole ton of people here now today. Look at this. Why, it's Catherine Weiss. That's Weiss123. She's one of her Ultramods. She says, "Hi, Aaron." And then she says, "I'll be over on YouTube tonight." And Kathy also says, "Hi, Peggy." And I said, "Hi, Kathy." Okay. Alrighty then. And then Kathy says, "Hi, over there on YouTube." And Peggy Dancer, she's another one of her Ultramods. She's over there on YouTube. And she says, "Hello, Aaron. Hello, Ace123. I'll be at Rumble." Awesome. So we got mods in each stream. So that's awesome. And look who else is here. Another one of our Ultramods. Why, it's Dark Brain. Good evening, folks. I will be in the other horizontal stream. Head over. Okay. Well, that sounds like fun. And, well, thank you, too. And then I said, Dark Brain said, "Hi, Aaron. Hi, Catherine." And then Dark Brain says, that was on YouTube. Then he comes over to Rumble. "Howdy, friends." La, 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 la. Wait a minute. Where did that go? I don't know where it went. I'm trying to do two things at once, and that's a danger zone for me, let me tell you. Whew. Okay. All right. And then Cap 78 Pack says over on Rumble, "Hi, Aaron. Hi, Weiss123. Kathy. Hi, Dark Brain brother." And then Kathy says, "Hi, Dark Brain. Good to see you." And then Dark Brain says, "Good to see you too." Then Cap 78 Pack says, that's Peggy Dancer, "Good evening, sis." No, Dark Brain says, at Cap 78 Pack, "Good evening, sister. It's a wild world we are living in." Yes, it certainly is wild. You know, a lot of people say that the world is not fair. I don't say that. I say the world isn't fair. It's a carnival. It's a carnival. There you go. It's a carnival. Watch out for those carnies. And so I said, "Hi, Dark Brain," over there on YouTube. And then Kathy says, "Hi, Aaron," on YouTube. And then who's this? Oh, I say, "Hi, Peggy," over there on Rumble, over here on Rumble, I guess. I always feel like I'm on Rumble. I don't really feel like I'm on YouTube yet because they canceled me for 2 years. It's kind of weird. And Kathy says, "Hi, Peggy." And then, well, look who's here. Why, it's the BK. Hey, all you truth cues. Good to see you, buddy. Truth cues. Truth questers. Then I said, "Hi, Dark Brain." And then look who else is here. Our longtime friend, Austin Morris. "Greetings, fellow truth questers," he says. And then Catherine says, "Hi, Dark Brain." And then Dark Brain says, "Indeed we are. I think we are in Satan's little season, though. But God wins." I think that's what you meant to write. But God wins. That's Peggy Dancer said that. Then I said, hi, Austin Morris. And Dark Brain says, Schmelnick could find some business in Minnesota. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And Buying says, hello, Aaron. And then Dark Brain says, God wins. That's good. It's good to know. And then I said, hi, the BK, at the BK. And then Dark Brain says, buying, greetings. And then Kathy says, hi, the BK. And Peggy Dancer says, hi, buying. Oh, and Dark Brain on Rumble, it's blank. That usually means something. Let me check. Oh, yeah. Dark Brain just gifted 1 subscription to Truth Quest with Aaron Moriarty. Well, thank you very much. That's awesome, buddy. Let me take a screenshot of that. Oh, this trackpad, I'm telling you. Oh. A mouse, my kingdom for a mouse. No, just kidding. Just kidding. I can't get used to it. I've had it for like a couple of years. I still can't get used to it. I'm just used to that mouse, you know? And we will put that up as soon as I get through the Chatlandia here. Buying was gifted a membership by Dark Brain. Awesome. And why isn't it clicking? Okay. Catherine says, hi, Austin Morris. And Dark Brain says, hi, BK. Hi, Skylark. Cap 78 Pack says, nice gift, Dark Brain. Thank you. I got to say thank you, too. Thank you, Dark Brain. Exclamation points, because my computer keyboard is still working, unbelievably. It wasn't working for the longest time. It went in and out. It's been on. My keyboard is crooked, but I don't want to straighten it out because it might make it not work again. You know, you never know. Nobody knows, and you never know, do you? We just don't. We just don't know. Then Buying says, thank you, Dark Brain. And Dark Brain says, my pleasure. Isn't that nice? Such a nice guy. And then Cap 78 Pack says, LOL towels. You never cease to amaze me with your common sense reality, Aaron. Well, I have to say, I saw that on my news feed today, and I'm not sure if I posted it or not. So I just thought I'd bring it out there right away. I think that's a good one. It's a really, really good one. Yeah, towels are the leading cause of dry skin. Sure. Excuse me. I still got that little cough. And then Seth1 says, hi, Peggy, over there on YouTube. And then Dark Brain says, YouTube is buns. And then Seth1 says, hello, fellows. Hello, Soeth. Don't know how to say that. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I hope I am. Okay. And I said, thank you, Dark Brain. You're a gentleman and a scholar. And Dark Brain says, Aaron, you can get a wireless mouse that plugs into your USB. I know. I don't. No, I have this thing against cordless everything. I don't think it's needed. I have a razor, and when it's you have to charge it up. While it's charging, you can't use it. After it's done charging, you can use it. But then if you're halfway done and it stops, you can't plug it in and use it. And some products make sense to have cordless. That doesn't, because I'm always near an outlet. And if I travel somewhere like a hotel, they have outlets there. Hey. And cordless things, I will never have I promise you something. I will never have a cordless mouse, because you know why? Oh, something's wrong. Oh, what's happening? Oh, my mouse's battery went out. Now what do I do? No, I don't want that. It's not like I take the mouse traveling with me. The mouse stays by the confuser that it's hooked up to, by a wire that never goes bad. Well, it might never go bad, but that's my little rant on that. The BK, all jokes related to Minnesota situation are welcomed. Oh yeah, well, it's not really a joke what's happening out there. It makes me so sad. The place I grew up, I mean, I was born in Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, but 6 months later, our family moved up to Minnesota. So I've been in Minnesota my whole life, except for 6 months. And I love it. I loved it. It's just so incredibly sad to see what's going on. It makes me very upset. Very upset. Dark Brain says, hi, Soeth. And Buying says, I prefer that type too, Dark Brain. Dark Brain, I'm trying to donate to Aaron and it won't go through. Do you think gifting subs is better? Well, it's all good. And thank you for, even if you can't get through, thank you for the thought. It's really the thought that counts, Peggy. So don't worry. Don't worry about it. And I hope that you are in less pain now. How are you doing? Because I've been praying for you. And Dark Brain says, all of the characters are on the other stream. Go to Aaron's channel page if you want to find it. And the BK, it's tragic, actually. Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. You know, Minnesota used to always cooperate with ICE. And they would, ICE would put a retainer on someone, and they would show up at the jail when he was released to ICE. Then there wasn't all this stuff going on in the public. It's only because the Walz administration all of a sudden stopped doing that and thinks that they're the Gestapo because, I don't know, because he's Tampon Tim and he doesn't know anything and he's a retard. He's totally retarded. I can't believe, I don't know how a guy like that, not born in Minnesota, ever would win an election, let alone several. That's how you know there's cheating going on, because he is not a serious person. He's terrible, terrible. Cap 78, Dark Brain says, Cap 78 pack, no, because everyone in the chat already has a sub. Oh, and look who's here. Rose Thistle Art. Why not use the PayPal? That would be something. I haven't even checked my PayPal in so long. But you know, folks, I'm really not in very much need of money. It's not like I'm wealthy or anything, but I'm now on a fixed income. And let me tell you something. It sure beats that broken income I was on. See, I needed it more when I was in the broken income. Because up here in Door County, you have to have at least 3 jobs to be able to survive. And so I'm very grateful for my income being fixed, because now it's not broken. See, there's always a good way of looking at everything, folks. It's up to you to figure it out. Whatever is the funniest, go with that. Okay, Dark Brain says, Cap 78 pack. Dang, I'll keep trying. Thank you. It's the thought that counts. So thank you very much for the thought. Even if it doesn't come through, you've given a lot, Peggy. And I sure hope that you are feeling better. And Cap 78 pack. Yeah. Oh, keep trying. Thank you. And then Dark Brain, Austin, drive safely. Cap 78 pack. Hi, Rose Thistle Art. I have tried it. I've tried and it won't go through. I'm going to keep trying. Thank you. Well, it really doesn't matter if it goes through, really. I mean, it's a very beautiful thought. So thank you. This is the thought that counts the most. And that's what I care about. So thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed that part. Just got here, Cap 78 Pack. Thank you for the update. All right. And we're glad to see you, Rose Thistle Art. I noticed you commented on the last show, so thank you for that too. Yes, the BK. Scott Adams died. Yes, very sad, very sad. And we did talk about that on a previous episode. Cap 78 Pack says, still in pain, but prayers are helping immensely. Thank you all. Well, you're very welcome. Say a prayer for Peggy Dancer and her dental work pain. Oh my goodness. That is terrible. You know, there are pressure points, I think, on your hands. I'm not sure. Maybe for each tooth has a different, or each part of your mouth. I'm not sure. You might want to look that up. And then Buying says Minnesota is dancing the Mephisto Waltz. And Kathy puts this out. Please like and share this video with your friends, family, and social media. And hit the old thumbs up because it helps the algorithm, the algo beat, and the algo melody. All those algo things that we really don't know what they are, but somebody does, apparently. AI probably does, right? So please like and share. Thank you, Kathy, for putting that out there. And then Rose Thistle Art says, hi, Radiating Heart. I'm sorry to hear you are in pain, Cap 78 Pack. Americare gel topically on the outside of your mouth where the pain is sometimes helps. Okay, that's a good advice. Thank you, Rose Thistle Art. Oh, yeah. Well, maybe I got to button one more button. I don't want my Austin Powers to show. You know, one time when my kids were a lot younger, when they were living with me still, and I don't know what year it was, but anyway, one day I was just sitting in the kitchen table, and I had my top couple buttons open, and my daughter said, "Daddy, you better button up. Your Austin Powers is showing." my chest hair. That's my Austin Powers. Because, yeah, I let my kids watch Austin Powers, so it's so funny. You know, probably one of the funniest movies ever. I just think it was hilarious. But, yeah, don't let your Austin Powers show. Oh, Rose Thistle Art like that one. All righty, Aphrodite. Well, let's cruise on over to excuse me, Facebook, or the land of Zuckers. So here we are. There's our thumbnail today at those tridactyl beings. And, excuse me. Sorry about that. Oh, I hope to get rid of this cold soon. But I really wanted to do a show tonight. So please bear with me. That doesn't mean there's a bear with me. That just means, have patience. So there's the tridactyl beings. Such a fascinating thing. Over there in Peru, they found all of these three-fingered, three-toed beings of all different sorts, different sizes, different phenotypes. And it's just incredible. And today, when we go over to X, we're going to see something amazing from the Russian UFO archives in a facility that held uranium. Some tridactyl footprints that were left by somebody with three toes. So that's interdasting, isn't it? Interdasting. Okay, so let's cruise up here. Likes a photo I shared. Okay, thanks. And Trump is securing the border, but wait, didn't Democrats tell us they couldn't secure the border without their border security bill, which included billions in foreign aid? Slush fund for them. How is it possible that Trump is able to secure the border without the bill the Democrats said was essential? Because they lie. Gosh, it's almost like they were lying. Yeah, they were lying. Here's some Minnesota update from Tony Cruden. Nick Shirley strikes again. Go get him, dude. All right, let's watch this. Oops. Oh, gosh.
There's supposed to be a non-emergency medical transportation company here called Advanced Mobility Incorporated. And what's interesting about this company is that state records show that it first registered with the state of Minnesota in 1999.
And they have been in business for over 26 years.
Yes, correct.
So we're going to go inside.
They must have a lot of vehicles.
So this is Advanced Mobility 2833, boarded up. All these windows are covered right here. We're going to see if we can go inside. There's a bunch of shops in here. We have money transferring shop. We got clothes in here. There's a coffee shop. Let's see if Advanced Mobility is in here. We got spices. Is Advanced Mobility here?
You know 224? I don't think you guys are allowed to record.
Do you know where Advanced Mobility is?
Suite 224.
She's recording over there, so. Suite 224. Do you guys know where Advanced Mobility is? Do you guys know where Advanced Mobility is? Yeah, we're looking for it. Never heard of it?
What is this?
Oh, my name is Nick Shirley. We're just looking for Advanced Mobility. Where's Advanced Mobility at?
We don't care about Advanced Mobility.
That's what we're asking for. All right, we're looking for Advanced Mobility. Nobody can help us right now. We got a whole group of people trying to get us out of here. We're looking for Advanced Mobility. Advanced Mobility doesn't exist.
Get out. You need to get out. You need to get out. Get out.
Now they're pushing us out of here. Where's Advanced Mobility at?
We don't care about Advanced Mobility.
That's what we're asking for.
Get out. Get out.
Would you like to give a statement on where Advanced Mobility is?
No, go ahead. Get out. We don't care.
So Advanced Mobility is not anywhere here. We're leaving, sir. Would you like to give a statement on what's happening here in Minnesota?
You make stuff up. This is a lie. I don't care. Who do you work for? Who do you work for? No, who do you work for?
Nick Shirley.
Who do you work
This
for?
is Nick Shirley,
I
sir.
don't care about Nick Shirley. That's you.
Yes,
But
sir.
who do you work for?
For Nick Shirley.
I don't care about Nick Shirley.
That's who he's working for today, Nick Shirley.
This is from the
We
state
don't
of
care. We don't care
Minnesota.
about that. Get out of here. Stop here.
And see, you guys say I can't film, but look at you guys filming. You can do that. You can film here.
Hey, from the
Advanced Mobility doesn't exist.
Well, so what was interesting was we walked in there, and on the state's website, it says it's in suite 224, but it's a one-story building. None of the suites had the number 2 on them. It doesn't exist. And it's been registered since 1999, and it doesn't exist. So now we're at 2833 13th.
Wow. Oh, yeah. 20.
So now we're at 2833 13th Avenue South in Minneapolis.
Yeah, that was the address we missed at the beginning. Isn't that something? Since 1999, they've been ripping us off. Look how angry they are when you just ask where the company is. That's a huge, gigantic red flag right there. They should go in and arrest every single one of those people and deport them all. And if they have citizenship, revoke their citizenship and get them the heck out. You know, I heard someone talking about this woman. She knows a lot about these Somalis. She said, that's the way they are. They feel like it's okay for them to defraud everybody else because they feel privileged or something. I don't know. That's just the way they are. They cannot assimilate. They're just trying to figure out ways to rip us off. We need to get rid of all of them, unless they can prove that they're learning the language, that they're obeying the laws and not defrauding us out of billions and billions and billions of dollars. That's really sick. I just can't. It's just so sickening. Exclusive Congress to call Nick Shirley, former investigator, to testify as Minnesota fraud crisis explodes. Oh, good. Good. From Alpha News. God bless our men and women at ICE. Yes, they are heroes, patriots and heroes. They certainly are. Thank you for doing your job. I used to think I was indecisive. Now I'm not too sure. Yeah, thanks, dad jokes. Don't you love it? Oh, and here is something the BK might remember this too. When I was a kid, I used to watch airplanes, jet airplanes up in the sky. I was so fascinated by them. And I'd look at them, and this is what they'd look like. This right here. Okay? It's a little dot is the airplane, and behind it is a contrail that only went a certain distance, and it never stayed long like these ones. So that's how you know it's not a contrail, it's a chemtrail. And, you know, I even saw an article many years ago already where Disney was paying some digital creator to go into all of their old movies and put chemtrails in the skies so it would look like it's been happening all along, but it hasn't. I remember. That's what it looked like. Terrible. ICE agent who killed Renee Good is now a millionaire through online fundraisers. Hallelujah. Thank goodness. Because, you know, the left is going to probably try to prosecute him. Terrible. The left. I got an invitation to a costume party. It said, "Come as you aren't." Thanks, Indian Hills Community Center. You always have really good signs. Don't you? This guy's a piece of crap. Look at this guy. He just doesn't look, he's very unimpressive in every single sense of the word. Brad T. Underwood, exclusive. Trump administration launches civil rights probe into Minneapolis over alleged race-based housing priorities. Of course there is. Yeah, get them. Arrest them all. Hear about this? Maria Corina Machado gives President Trump her Nobel Peace Prize. And right away the Nobel group says, "Oh, you can't transfer him." It's like, well, she already did. Too late. Too bad. So sad. Look at this Insurrection Act. It's time to invoke the Insurrection Act. I think so too. And put down that skirmish right away in proper fashion. And look at this. It's an old Star Tribune. I used to deliver this paper, folks, when I was a kid. I think it was the Star and the Tribune. They combined the two at some point. Back when I was delivering, it was the Star. The weekly one was the Star, and the Tribune was on Sunday. I believe that's the way it was. And so look at this. This is from what year? Where is the year on this? I think I had to click on it to make it bigger. Look at the date. Yeah, I'm trying to look at the date. It's too small. I can't read it. It's from a long time ago. I can't. Jeez Louise. Oh, man. Let me try this. Try making this bigger. Okay. Oh, November 19th, 2000. Somalis funnel millions to East Africa. Minnesota immigrants have supported relatives left behind. Oh, just the relatives. Al-Shabaab, whatever they call that. But U.S. agencies are investigating. Oh, they haven't done a very good job, have they now? God, it's so, man. So here I thought no one knew about this. They knew. They knew part of the thing, but I guess when you have a corrupt government, they never go after the corruption. Isn't that weird? Oops, now it's too wide. I gotta go like this. This is stupid. Okay. Homan flips script, urges Trump to make lefty agitators famous. You hear about that? That's pretty cool. Stallone refuses to touch receipt from Hustle, B-I-T-C-H. Sylvester Stallone was spotted at a Publix grocery store and refused to touch the receipt at checkout. No hesitation, just a direct decline when the cashier handed it to him. I know there's like nasty, nasty chemicals on those things. More people are quietly doing this now because once you know what receipts are coated with and how it transfers through the skin, you stop grabbing them. Yeah, it's pretty disgusting. Wear your rubber gloves to the grocery store, right? I normally knock on the fridge door before I open it, just in case there's a salad dressing. How embarrassing would that be? Here's Anthony Brock again. Oh my God, he doesn't give up. This poor guy, he's going to have more broken bones than Evel Knievel. Check this out. Round 12.
Here's round 12. Been practicing my skating. Let's see who's the boss. Surprisingly, I don't think I'm injured. I can go again. Here's round 12. Been practicing my skating.
One more time.
Let's see who's the boss.
Oh, he didn't land on his head.
Surprisingly, I don't think I'm injured.
Oh gosh, did you see that? Oh, what the heck is going on here? Why did it do that? There it is. Why does it do that? Just jumps around. I don't know. Remember Event 201? Oh yeah, I remember that. When everything you simulated magically happened in 2020 and you made billions of dollars? Yeah, the pandemic. I remember it. Event 201. Yeah, they practiced it out almost word for word. They even gave people who attended little stuffed figures of coronavirus. It's pretty sick. RightScope puts this out. Republicans are demanding full restitution for Rudy Giuliani, who was charged with 13 felony counts and fined $148 million, way too much, after contesting Georgia's 2020 election. Unbelievable. Following Fulton County's admission that 315,000 votes were fraudulently counted, we didn't dispute they were not signed. It's a major violation of the rules. Give this man his money back. Yeah, give him his money back. Here's a graphic I created many years ago. One planet, one people. Those are all this is kind of a pixelated version of it, but it's got every flag of the world and a peace sign. U.S. Special Operation Forces saved 170 kids from cartels hours before bombs dropped in Caracas. Good. That's awesome. Because, these kids who are being abused, they feel like everyone has forgotten them. So for them to be rescued, that has to be like the most glorious thing that they could imagine. So thank God for that. None of us regret voting for Trump. He's doing everything we voted for and more. We didn't know he was going to do all the stuff he's doing. Oh, and this is Shannon Lamendola. Let's see what she has to say.
When Obama was in office, we didn't like Obama, just like you guys don't like Trump. But we didn't like Obama because he hates America. You don't like Trump because he loves America. And for some reason, you guys want America to fall flat on its face because you hate the guy running the country. If you hate the guy running the country, why are you taking it out on the country itself? But what I mean by that, why did you guys let tons of illegals in here to destroy it? The Muslims are talking about taking it over because you guys thought it would be cute to put a guy with dementia in office. You guys hid his mental decline and thought it was funny. You overlooked it. Overlooked the ignorant things that were happening. Now Trump's trying to fix it. You guys are complaining about immigration. You guys are complaining about illegal immigration. Obama sent over 3 million immigrants home because they weren't citizens of the United States of America. And Donald Trump is doing the same thing, except he only so far sent 527,000 home. You guys need to check yourselves. Your ignorance is showing all over the place. Stop hating America so much and let our president do his job. Are you guys tired of messing up? How embarrassing for you. When Obama was in office, we didn't like Obama. Just like you.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good rant. Here's another fraud bombshell.
Here's another fraud bombshell exposed by Nick Shirley. Nick and his team tracked down a so-called medical transportation company listed in Minneapolis. The address leads straight to a Somali money wiring shop, not a transport office. Nick asks the man inside if this is the transportation company on state records. The man laughs and says no, this is where money gets wired out. Nick presses further and asks how a transportation company operates from here. The man admits people come, collect funds, and wire the money overseas. No vehicles, no patients, no drivers, just cash moving through a storefront. This company is billing taxpayers while operating out of a money transfer business. This is not a mistake. It is fraud happening in broad daylight. Here's another fraud bombshell exposed by Nick Shirley.
It just keeps on going. There are so many, thousands of these things going on. It's just sick. Just sickening. It's just so sickening. He says, this is pretty good. Check this out. Oops.
You don't get it going out. If you skip due process coming in, you don't get it going out. If you skip due...
Isn't that good? It's pretty good. I like these animated things that they do. With AI, I'm assuming any American who accepts money to riot against the country should be convicted of treason. I agree. Yeah, let them burn, not the cities. Yeah. Oh, remember this? The BK might remember this. Hey, the BK. Did you remember touring the Tonka Toys plant in Mound, Minnesota in 4th grade? Because when I was in 4th grade, we toured Tonka Toys. I wonder if maybe you went to a different school. I went to Shirley Hills Elementary. And I got to wave to my dad. He was a tool maker there at Tonka. And a lot of the other kids were waving to their parents who worked there. It was so cool. We got a little metal van, a red metal Tonka truck van at the end. And it was so much fun. It was incredible. The plant was right there in Mound, Minnesota, 1/4 mile long. That's where they made all of their stuff. And my dad worked there. So here's an old ad from Tonka Toys. Check it out. I think we might have shown this before, but it's worth showing again.
Last year, the Tonka Toy Company ran a commercial to parents about broken toys. In it, children told their parents how their toys got broken. One said an elephant stepped on it. We wondered what would happen if an elephant stepped on a Tonka toy. A toy shouldn't break just because a child plays with it.
So cool.
This is for anybody who saw the Tonka Toy elephant commercial and didn't believe it. All in all, we filmed 30 identical trucks, and each of them held up for the camera. So the hard part wasn't to get the toy to stand up under the elephant. It was to get the elephant to stand up on the toy.
Last year, the Tonka Toy Company ran a commercial to parents about broken toys. In it, children told their parents how their toys got broken. One said an elephant stepped on it. We wondered what would happen.
My thing isn't working.
If an elephant stepped on a Tonka toy.
He's wrong. Oh, God.
A toy shouldn't break just because a child plays with it.
This is for anybody who saw the
Pushing the
Tonka
button
toy
and
elephant
nothing's
commercial
happening.
and didn't believe
What
it.
is going on here?
All in all, we filmed 30 identical trucks, and each of them held up for the
Clicking
camera.
and nothing happens.
So the hard part wasn't to get the toy to stand up under the elephant. It was to get the elephant to stand up on the toy.
Oh boy.
Last year, the Tonka Toy Company ran a commercial to parents about...
wrong here. I have to just close this and reopen it. My goodness. This trackpad. I'll show you what it looks like. If I can get it up there. It's just junk. It doesn't work. Let's see. Well, let's go over to X. You know, we're not already done over there on Facebook, but let's go over to X and see if my thing works again, or if it doesn't work. Well, it seems to be working so far. We'll see. There's my Twitter account or X account. And there is our thumbnail. 720, can you believe it? Gonzalo Chavez. When Maria was examined by Dr. Anna Brady Estevez and Dr. Donna Roberts, they documented her hands in detail. As shown in the images, Maria has short palms with long fingers. Let me extend this if it'll let me do that. There we go. With the difference is not limited to the number of fingers. It involves the entire anatomical structure of the hand. So isn't that interesting? A very short palm, but long fingers. So actually kind of equals out to what our hands are. Of course, those only have 3 fingers. I don't know if this is AI or not, but listen to this. This is probably what happens when they try to bring this money over.
Well, please keep your hands where we can see them. It's just money for my family. Wallahi, I don't do nothing wrong.
You're transporting over 500,000 in undeclared currency. We have to seize
I need it for home. Please, I beg you.
Ma'am, you're being detained right now. Turn around for me. Ma'am,
Well, please keep your hands where we can see them.
500,000 in undeclared money. Look at that. And look at this. Now, the images here are just an artist's conception or AI's conception. Check this out.
Eric Davis said, I had a few private conversations with former President George Herbert Walker Bush in 2003, in which he told me that when he became the CIA director in the Ford administration, he was not briefed on the legacy UAP crash retrieval program, but he later found out about it. And he informed me that there were a number of crash retrievals that had taken place since the mid-1940s. And he also informed me of a UAP event that took place at Holloman Air Force Base in 1964, where 3 UAPs approached the Air Force Base. One of them landed on the tarmac, and a non-human entity deboarded the craft that landed and interacted with uniformed Air Force and civilian CIA personnel. And when he asked for more details, he was told he did not, wait for it, he did not have a need to know.
Of course. Yep.
Eric Davis said, I had a few private conversations with former president.
They stopped telling presidents about it. I think after Reagan, they stopped telling presidents. They stopped briefing them on the UFO alien thing. Okay, so let's see. Did you hear about this? Trump called himself the tariff king. Someone made this video. It's so good. So funny.
I'm the tariff king, and the tariff king has done a great job. I'm the tariff king, and the tariff king has done a great job. I'm the tariff king, and the tariff king has done a great job.
Yes. This donkey photobomb is the best thing you'll see all day. He was trying to get footage of that tiger or lion, but look at this.
Yeah, he's kind of fat. He's fat. He's fed real good.
And then you got donkey over here.
Tiger. Yeah. Great smile.
Really smiling.
He's showing off his nice teeth. Look at that guy.
Hey!
How cute. Isn't that cute? Oh, too cool for school. Reminder that Tina Peters has been fully exonerated and she is still being held in jail as a political prisoner in Colorado. Free Gold Star mom Tina Peters. Yes, it's such a disgrace to have her in prison. Such a disgrace. Tom Osborne, PhD, put this out. Mick Jagger is 80. Mitch McConnell is 81. The benefits of a life of sex, drugs, and rock and roll should not be ignored. Yeah. Look at Mitch the Glitch McConnell. Cocaine Mitch, they call him. He made a lot of money on that. So I think they should maybe roll him up too, huh? Yeah. Alligators can live up to 100 years, which is why there is an increased chance that they will see you later. There you go. Oh, did you see this? I love this. Diaper diplomacy.
Earlier, you were just defending ICE agents generally, and earlier on, Secretary Noem spoke to the media, and she said, among other things, that they are doing everything correctly. 32 people died in ICE custody last year. 170 US citizens were detained by ICE, and Renee Good was shot in the head and killed by an ICE agent. How does that equate to them doing everything correctly?
Why was Renee Good unfortunately and tragically killed?
Are you asking me my opinion? Because an ICE agent acted recklessly and killed it unjustifiably.
Oh, okay. So you're a biased reporter with a left-wing opinion.
What do you want me to do?
Yeah, because you're a left-wing hack. You're not a reporter. You're posing in this room as a journalist. And it's so clear by the premise of your question. And you and the people in the media who have such biases but fake like you're a journalist, you shouldn't even be sitting in that seat. But you're pretending like you're a journalist, but you're a left-wing activist. And the question that you just raised and your answer proves your bias. You should be reporting on the facts. You should be reporting on the cases. Do you have the numbers of how many American citizens were killed at the hands of illegal aliens who ICE is trying to remove from this country? I bet you don't. I bet you didn't even read up on those stories. I bet you never even read about Laken Riley or Jocelyn Nungray or all of the innocent Americans who were killed at the hands of illegal aliens in this country. And the brave men and women of ICE are doing everything in their power to remove those heinous individuals and make our communities safer. And shame on people like you in the media who have a crooked view and have a biased view and pretend like you're a real honest journalist.
Boom. She's great. Caroline Levitt is so... Did you hear about this? Breaking large explosions and massive fire hit Willow River, Minnesota. People felt the blast from miles away. The fire is still going and no one knows what caused it yet. Vandals. It's the pipeline. Vandals. Hello. Looks like a natural gas pipeline, actually. I think it's vandals, like foreign vandals. They probably got the go-ahead. Hey, we need to take the heat off of Minneapolis. Let's go over to Willow Creek. Is that what it is? Willow River. I don't even know where that is. Somewhere in Minnesota, but look at that. Isn't that terrible? Nothing. So sad. So apparently they're like evacuating. It's like pretty bad. Pretty bad. Oh, look at this. Ever heard what a baby camel sounds like? Well, maybe you want to take a listen to this.
Faye. Can you say hey? Hey? Hey. Why? Faye. Can you say hey? Hey?
And I guess Austin Morris is driving and listening to the show. Drive carefully, my friend. And Austin says, the tridactyl hands and feet don't look functional to me. Maybe from some place with a lower gravity? I don't know. A lot of dinosaurs had three fingers or 3 toes. I don't know about that. It's a mystery. Listen to this. This is so good. When you realize the theme to Chariots of Fire is just a dramatic on top of spaghetti. Listen to this. On top of spaghetti. Chariots of Fire. Shouldn't they get some kind of copyright thing on that? Santa surfing. I don't know if this, American News, I shared it anyway, but I'm not sure about this. Might not be real, but if it is, it fits what's been happening. Activist teacher who claimed Republicans are pedophiles charged with child molestation in Washington. Something about this story makes me think it might be fake, but I don't know. So, but if it is, it's very sad. It's official. President Trump has deported enough illegal aliens to eliminate a Minnesota seat in Congress. Yes, according to Ryan Gerdsky. Isn't that wild?
Sir, settle down.
Keep it going. Keep them rolling out of here. Here are those from Nazca mummies at a Russian military installation where uranium ore were stored during the 80s. Several tridactyl footprints were left. Sightings. Look at that. I mean, of course, a footprint could be faked, but those look pretty not fake to me. They look different from the tridactyls that they're finding in Peru. But, you know, a lot of people talk about the hidden hand and these other people who aren't human, who are controlling everything. Maybe it's these tridactyl beings, all different types of them. I don't know. Great to see George Knapp. Knapp is now releasing the full, you hear about this? At a Russian military installation. Yeah, okay. Great to see George Knapp, he's the one bringing this out, is now releasing the full thread, 3 Russian UFO investigation files tabled in Congress last year, but until now, only a small part released. They show how UAPs are an international phenomenon. Oh, you hear about this? Study on hair dye. Listen to this. Very interesting.
Recent lab findings has the CDC warning liberal women to avoid pink and blue hair dye. We take you now to the CDC.
The dyes not only led to an increase in aggressive behavior, but the mice also developed unusual vocal capabilities.
Trump, Trump,
patriarchy! Science is wonderful. Trust the science. Does anyone else feel like they're being watched? Xavier asks. Oh, the CIA answers. They are. They're being watched. Wow. Thanks a lot, CIA, for confirming our notion. Oh, UAP Luigi put this out. The Dr. Jonathan Reed UFO incident, also known as the alien in the freezer case, refers to a controversial claim from October 15th, 1996, the year I saw a UFO over Chippewa Falls, in the forest near Snoqualmie Pass in the Cascade Mountains area of Washington State. And here's the video that he had a video camera. This is the old big old chunky video cameras, and it stops working at points and has like magnetic interference. There's a ship right there. Let's watch it. See that craft, that black craft? It's freaking at this point. Okay. Here's the body that he brought back in the freezer. It's strange looking body, but look at the shininess in the eyes, like it was still sort of alive. See, right there. Look at that. See that glinting of the eye?
And opened the freezer, and that's when I recorded this sound. Would you play the sound for us once again, please? Yes, I will. Hold on. Okay, here it comes. Oh my God. Oh.
It screamed. There's a picture of the craft, black silent craft that was hovering in the woods. Look at that thing. There's an arm clasp they found and brought back. And man, there's a video of him putting it on. It's got spikes that go into your skin, and he disappears and reappears somewhere else. Very weird. So that story, so he was walking his dog through this park. I don't know if it was a park or a reserve or some wilderness area up in Washington State. He was walking his dog in 1896, and his dog runs ahead, which he often did, and he heard his dog yelping. So he ran over to where he was to see this odd-looking character grabbing his dog by the jaws and ripping him in two, killing him instantly. And so the doctor picked up a log and whacked this creature over the head. He thought he killed it, but it did scream. You heard it screaming when it was in his freezer. He didn't know what to do. He was all confused. He was throwing up because the craft was interfering with his biology. He was, if you watch the full video, he's throwing up. And when he gets closer to the craft, the video freaks out like it's got some kind of a magnetic anomaly. Yeah. And he said it was only like 30 pounds. He carried it back, put it in his freezer, and one day it was gone. So, yeah. 1996. Yes. Yes. So that's the Dr. Jonathan Reed UFO story. Look it up. It's quite fascinating. Here's some of the pictures he took of the creature. And look at this picture. I think this is like the best picture right here. Look at that face. When I first saw this, I thought, oh, it's just some paper mache fake alien. But if you look at this face, and you know what? It kind of has slanted eyes like those tridactyls. I can't remember what his fingers looked like, how many fingers it had. I can't remember. I'll have to look into it again. But yeah, look at that thing. Some sort of reptilian or some sort of biological being. He was bleeding red blood. Okay, now my pressing the X works now. Oh, this is good. No caption needed. Just because we're from Minnesota does not mean that we're dumb. We are dumb. Oh gosh, that's so funny. Look at this little spider. Looks like an old man with a beard. Look at that guy. I don't think I'd be afraid of that spider. He's pretty cool looking. Like Burl Ives reincarnated as a spider. Look at that. Kentucky John Brown Jackson was on Wheel of Fortune. Look at this. Oh, too difficult for a pea-brained DEI poser, adult female person. Gosh. Not quite sure what that is, she says, because she doesn't know what a woman is. She doesn't even know what she is. They should have asked her, will you be the 4th or 5th woman on the Supreme Court? She can't answer that because she doesn't know what a woman is. Paul White Gold put this out. American researchers activated dormant genes regrowing adult human teeth naturally by blocking USAG1 protein. Scientists triggered both buds that normally remain inactive after permanent teeth emerge, causing complete new teeth to grow from the jaw in adults who lost teeth. Oh, that's good. I hope that they figure that out, because I would like to get that done for me, because I like more teeth to chew with. You know, so many things I can't eat now because I can't chew. Look at that. Oh, what's this? Doctors, this is what Trump is saying. Doctors said they have never seen a body kill coronavirus like my body. They tested my DNA, and it wasn't DNA. It was USA. He's got USA. Yeah. Yes. That's great. Raw Egg Nation. Oh, look at this. Look at this stonework from antiquity. Okay, seriously, time out. This stone with its triathon engraving is from prehistoric Russia. Okay. Yet it is the same triathon image that we see in both engraved form and as literal triathon stone megalithic structures in prehistoric Egypt, Peru, Turkey, UK, Malta, across the globe. Look at that. This right here is nicer than Fred Flintstone's place, right? It's kind of similar, but kind of nicer. You just crawl through the hole, and no animal bigger than that hole can get in there. And you probably have a plug inside to put in there to keep animules out, right? Keep those animules out. And Trump put this out. Jared Kushner shared it. It is my great honor to announce the Board of Peace has been formed. The members of the board will be announced shortly because they're not very tall. But I can say with certainty that it is the greatest and most prestigious board ever assembled at any time, any place. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Donald Trump, President of the United States of America. Oh, what's this? Oh, from Matt Couch. He's a patriot. He lost one of his legs, too, so keep your prayers out for him. The Bureau of Imaginary Problems, Climate Change Division. Yeah, right? There's truth in advertising. Great financial numbers were released today. Our country has never done better. So many people ask me the reason for this, and I tell them in just one word, tariffs. We're taking in hundreds of billions of dollars with virtually no inflation, and our national security has never been as strong as it is today. God bless the USA and tariffs. I added the tariffs part. Look at this guy. He is so unhinged looking. He's got crazy eyes. Look at this guy. Senator Mark Kelly, a leader in the Seditious Six, was informed that he will appear before General Court Martial to answer for his actions. Oh, good. Oh, good. Yeah, he's treasonous. Oh, reader's note. Senator Kelly has not been ordered to appear. Well, thanks, reader's note. I don't know if that's real or not. I guess take that with a grain of salt. Here's Tina Peters' appeal clip is damning. Let's watch it.
Is it your position that a person can still be convicted of a crime with which they were never charged and with which the jury was never instructed, as long as the evidence is sufficient?
Yes, I think that is what the case law indicates, that if it's just in this case, I'll just point out too that, I don't have the language of the statutes that you're citing in your hypothetical, but it was one word, might, and it was already,
but that one word distinguishes it from a felony to a misdemeanor.
And this case made an extra sentence, 15 more months in the Department of Corrections that couldn't have been given had it been a misdemeanor conviction. It clearly affects a substantial right.
And I'll just say, I'm confused as to why the people are continuing to maintain that the proper remedy on this isn't to enter the conviction for the misdemeanor, because the indictment used the word might, and the jury was instructed on that. So that's what the verdict is. I am baffled as to the position that's being taken, that we can somehow overlook that and still enter the felony because the evidence that was presented at trial would have supported the felony. Are you still maintaining that position in front of us here today?
yes, that is our position.
What case law supports that argument?
I'm sorry.
What case law supports that
I've
argument?
cited it in my brief. I don't have it right in front of me, but
It's usually the omitted elements case law, right? Mm-hmm. But that's just where the element was omitted, and but the element that was omitted wasn't in dispute. Here, the jury was affirmatively misinstructed. It was instructed on the misdemeanor, and it found her guilty of that misdemeanor beyond a reasonable doubt. This isn't the omission of an element. This is a misinstructed jury. How can we correct that by saying, no, we'll just assume that because she could have also been convicted of the felony, we enter that even though we don't have a jury verdict? That's a...
I understand it's a difficult position for the people to be in. But
it's not a position you have to take.
But thank you. But I do believe that the omitted element language applies because to me, I understand, I can hear from the way you're talking about it, it seems more egregious to add this extra word than it is to omit an element. But to me, omitting an element is a pretty big deal. And the fact that can be
except in those cases, at least the person was originally charged with the elemental language. Here, never on the table.
That is true. But if I can just add, and again, it seems that I will not be able to convince you, but I just want to put my argument out there, which is that there wasn't a confusion from the parties about what they were talking about, because the correct statutory citation was used. So they were on notice of the statutory citation. The language was incorrect, but the statutory citation was correct.
Couldn't that also mean that the prosecution was on notice that they'd only charged, since the language was correct, they'd only charged that language and not,
Well,
I mean, both of them were on notice of something wrong.
Oh, yes. I guess what I'm saying, Your Honor, is just that there wasn't a notice problem because there was the statutory citation, and the parties treated it as though, I think it was an oversight. I think everybody believed that if they had charged and used the language that's what the record bears out, in my estimation.
So there you go. There was a lot more juicy parts, but yeah, she was totally wronged. Totally wrong. Look at this. She forgot she turned around for the shampoo. Look, she's washing her hair in a river or a lake or something. Okay. When she turns around, she gets the shampoo, or maybe it's a conditioner. I'm not sure. But at some point, she forgets. She must have her eyes closed or something. Oh my. Ouch. Ouch. What is dry today? That poor woman. Ouch. Ouch. Oh, look at this. Breaking news. Breaking news. What does it say? Stores are running out of tampons due to the rise of pussies in this country. Oh yeah, that's breaking news. Yeah. A lot of pussies. Excuse the lingo schmingo. Look at this. This is good.
Donald Trump intends for it to get worse. This week, he went online to promise that, quote, the day of retribution and reckoning is coming. That's a direct threat against the people of this. Donald Trump intends for it to get worse. This week, he went online to promise that, quote,
he's such a pathetic
the day of retribution
jerk.
And reckoning is coming.
Jerkaholic, he might
That's a
even
direct-
say. Oh, what the heck happened? Wait a minute. There we go. How long is this? 3 minutes? Anyway, that's another good clip there. We're going to skip over that. And in breaking news, the people who said Trump would destroy America are destroying America. Yeah. Oh, here's that same thing we saw with diaper diplomacy. You don't need to see that again. Most overlooked, the small tridactyls have nails. Also, CAT scans reveal there are tendons along the fingers which cannot be fabricated by any known process. That's our thumbnail tonight. Look at that. They have nails and tendons. The real once living things. Breaking, a TSA whistleblower exposed Nick Shirley to that he watched Somalis send millions of dollars in cash. Let's listen to it.
Airport police for 31 years. 24 of those years I worked in narcotics at MSP Airport. And my recollection was from about 2015-16 to 2021 when I retired. I would get emails from our dispatch saying like 2 male Somali descent individuals. They would give us their names. They claimed the cash, that they had a large amount of cash at the checkpoints. We'd get all this information in an email, and I believe they would send it right away. So TSA would contact our dispatch telling us this, then our dispatch would relay the info via email to us.
And how much was the money?
The money, the smallest amount in a suitcase that I heard was like 750,000. But generally, it was anywhere from $1 million to $6 million in a suitcase. And there usually was, as far as I can remember, there was always two individuals traveling. So you would have maybe one guy with 2.2 million and another guy with 3 million. And
at airports, you're able to take $10,000 without declaring it. How are these guys able to take millions of dollars?
Because as far as I know, as long as they declared it, they were fine. So then TSA would contact HSI and customs, and I'm sure they got the information. We got the information. My administration knew about it, and I trust that they sent that on to higher state officials on this, but nothing was ever done the whole time I was there. I talked to one individual. We were going after narcotic cash leaving the airport. This was always fraud. We had no nexus to that this cash was related to narcotics. So our hands were kind of tied. We couldn't do a whole lot.
Wow.
How do you suspect these Somalians had millions of dollars to move in an airport?
We would rack our heads all the time, like, where are they getting this? Where in the world are they getting this money? And I had heard about these daycares and whatnot, but I mean, I thought at the time, okay, maybe they had 10 daycares, but apparently they have a lot more than that. We were all just racking our heads trying to figure this out.
So you openly saw just millions of dollars get moved through these airports.
I saw one time, I saw an open suitcase with the cash because we were looking into seeing if it was narcotics related, which it was not.
How much money do you think moved through the airport in your time?
Millions, literally millions and millions. I mean, we're talking for a good 5-6 years, you're talking, I don't know, 5 to 6 million a week. It would happen twice a week. You would get twice a week where there would be somebody flying, two people flying out with $1 to $2 to $3 to $4 or $5 million twice a week, every week, without fail.
And where were those people traveling to?
So this is the word I got, that they would fly to Atlanta, take a flight from Atlanta to Dubai. And then apparently what I had heard was it was too dangerous to go any further with it. So they'd wire the money to Somalia. Whether they scraped a whole bunch off the top and did that, I don't know.
Wow. So they take the money from Minnesota, take it to Atlanta, and then take it to Dubai. And then from Dubai, they then wire the money.
Correct. I don't know that for sure, but that's what I was told by other investigators.
So all the taxpayers' dollars were getting funneled through the airports and then taken to Dubai to be sent to Somalia.
Yes. It appears that's how it all went down. Yes.
Wow. Hold them all accountable. Yes. Unbelievable. I worked at daycares, and you cannot get rich working at a daycare. I was the head teacher of the Rainbow Room, 3.5 to 4-year-olds, and I was making like $7 an hour right around the turn of the century. So I had to do other things. I couldn't make it on that, obviously. So, yeah, but these people, they got grants or something. Wow. Medical scientific communication written by, this is like a real guy looking at this stuff. And he's talking about it, relating it to humans. I really don't think you can do that. These are not humans. Look at this. Does this look human to you? No. Look at this. That is not a human being. I don't care how you slice it. They got different number of ribs, different numbers of fingers. Their skulls are completely different. Their skin is different. Their muscle structure is different. They're different. They're not human. I don't think they're human. They're human-like. Maybe some sort of hybrid. Look at those toes. Just think, I bet you they had toenail fungus problems. What do you think? You think? It's a very interesting case. Whoever runs a White House TikTok is so locked, it's insane. White House is putting out some rocking stuff there. Look at that. Cat Turd put this out. Let's shorten this up a bit. If the corrupt politicians of Minnesota don't obey the law and stop the professional agitators and insurrectionists from attacking the patriots of ICE who are only trying to do their job, I will institute the Insurrection Act, which many presidents have done before me, 48% of them, and quickly put an end to the travesty that is taking place in the once great state. Thank you for your attention to this matter. And then Proud Elephant shares Elon Musk's post. Elon Musk says, the only way to restore rule of the people in America is to impeach judges. No one is above the law, including judges. That is what it took to fix El Salvador. Same applies to America. Yes, I agree. Wholeheartedly. Here's our last show. All righty, Aphrodite. And we're back here. I hope you're all having a good time. I think we're going to put a little cap on this, friends, because still feeling a little under the weather. Maybe by Monday I'll be feeling better, and I hope that I am. But I want to thank you all for stopping on over and coming on by, because you guys rock, because you're the Truth Questers. I hope that Austin Morris is driving very carefully. Hope that he is driving safe. There's a lot of slick areas in different areas, so be careful out there. And let me give my little message. Thank you all so very much. Oh, and the BK, I do have that, those prices and the pictures of those birds of my mother, and I can send those to you if my phone is working. We'll have to see. I ran out of data, so I don't know. I don't think phones should ever run out of data. Do you? I don't think so. Dark Brain says, was sure nice seeing you all tonight. It was great to see you too, buddy, and thanks for that gifted sub that you put out there. Kathy says, good night, everyone. Rose Thistleart, hi, Dark Brain. It's good to see you. And Dark Brain says, Aaron, thanks for the show. Feel better, friend. Thanks. I'm eating cottage cheese and pineapple and watermelon until I get better. That's all I'm eating. And coffee, I guess. And Dark Brain says, Rose Thistleart, howdy, Rose. And Rose Thistleart says, gives a radiating heart and a smiley face. And Dark Brain says, Catherine, it was nice seeing you. Have a great weekend and week ahead. Awesome. And Cap 78 Pack, Peggy Dancer says, great show tonight at Aaron. Thank you, and prayers up that you feel better, and for everyone here as well. And look at all those little emojis she puts on there. Much love, peace in, and have a great weekend, everyone. I don't know how you get all those on there. That's pretty cool. And Rose Thistleheart says, prayers for God's healing for all who need in Jesus' name. That's a good way to put it. That covers everybody. And Buying says, good night, everyone, and thank you again, Dark Brain. Dark Brain Buying, good to see you, buddy. Yeah, it's good to see you, all of you. And Rose Thistleheart says, good night, sweet dreams, Aaron and Questers. And Kathy says, it was nice seeing you too. Hope you have a great weekend and a great week ahead too. Isn't that nice? We got the best. We get the best people here. So thank you all for being here and sharing this time with me. You guys rock because you're the Truth Questers. And Dark Brain says, Austin, be safe out there. Yes, be very safe. All right. Thank you again. And we're here Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, right around 9 p.m. Central, because we're just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious and the paranormal is the new normal. So keep your cameras pointed to the skies so you can take a picture of that crazy UFO and come out of the Truth Quest and talk all about it. Wouldn't that be great? That's going to be awesome when it happens. All righty, Aphrodite. And Dark Brain also says, peace in to all. Thanks, buddy. Peace in. Well, thank you all. We'll see you on Monday, right around 9 p.m. Central. Until then, peace in, world peace. It's coming, baby. It's coming. Peace in.